My grandpa built a robotics empire after falling in love with my grandma. My parents met on a cruise, my siblings are happily in love, and then there's me, Alina, the only single one left. Everyone in my family found their perfect match. I kept hoping I'd find mine too. My best friend, Melissa, didn't believe it. "You'll end up in a garage full of cats," she'd say. I wasn't picky, just realistic. Finding the right person is like finding the right shoe. Too tight, it hurts. Too loose, you'll fall. But lately, I was convinced no one even fit. Then, one summer night, Grandma called me downstairs. "Come to the lab, love. We've made something for you." The lab was a hidden underground room where my grandparents spent years working on robotics. It was filled with computers, blinking lights, and that smell of metal and ozone I remembered from childhood. Grandpa scanned his eye at a console, and a glass tank hissed open. Inside stood a boy. Tall, handsome, unreal. "Meet Zenith zero point 0.1, Grandpa said. "We call him Alan." I froze. "Did you just build me a boyfriend?" Alan opened his eyes, smiled gently, and said, "Hello, Alina. I am programmed to understand your heart and support you unconditionally." I stared at my grandparents. "You made me chat GPT with abs?" "Just promise no one will find out," Grandma warned, "especially Herman Robotics. The tech used to build Alan is illegal." I nodded, still staring at him. "Yeah, sure. Totally not going to tell anyone about my human robot crush." The next morning, Alan was standing beside my bed. "Good morning, Alina. You entered REM sleep 32 minutes ago." "You were watching me sleep?" "Yes." "Don't do that." "Noted." He made breakfast, cleaned my room, and even suggested the perfect movie. Later, when we went for a picnic and realized we forgot food, he literally opened his chest, revealing a tiny refrigerated compartment full of snacks. Okay, I admit I was impressed. The rest of summer was perfect. We visited parks, watched sunsets, and crossed off everything on my bucket list. I didn't even realize how attached I'd become until school started again. Melissa noticed right away. "You've been MIA all summer. Who's the mystery guy?" I panicked. Alan? My grandparents' intern?" Melissa grinned. "Cute intern? Pics or it didn't happen." Before I could stop her, she introduced me to a new student, Mario. "He's in my bio class. He wants to meet you." Mario was charming, funny, confident, but something about him felt off. He kept asking about my grandparents, their company, and the kind of projects they worked on. I brushed it off, thinking he was just curious. Meanwhile, Melissa started teasing me about Alan. "He's weird, too polite. He agrees with everything you say." "He's just nice," I snapped back. "Maybe you can't handle that because you only date jerks." That comment started a fight. Melissa left angry, and Alan, being protective, told her to leave my house. I was furious.
"You can't just boss my best friend around. She upset you. I was protecting you. That's not your choice. Just go." And he did. For the first time in weeks, my room felt painfully quiet. I told Grandma everything, expecting her to scold Alan. Instead, she smiled sadly. "Darling, perfection isn't love. We all fight, forgive, and change. Alan was built to please, not to grow." Her words stuck with me. Trying to move on, I agreed to hang out with Mario. He was fun at first. We joked, shared Sundays, and talked for hours. But then he started asking strange questions. "Does Alan live with you? Does your family still invent things? Could I see your lab sometime?" The curiosity turned into obsession, so I did some digging. Turns out Mario's full name was Mario Herman, heir to Herman Robotics, my family's biggest rival, the same company Grandma warned me about. He wasn't flirting, he was spying. I rushed home to warn my grandparents, but Alan was gone. My phone rang. It was Melissa. "Come get your creepy boyfriend. He's in my house saying my emotional stability affects you." My heart dropped. I ran straight to her place and used a special key to shut Alan down. Melissa stood frozen. "What do you mean, shut him down? He's a robot?" I told her everything, from the lab to the illegal tech to Mario's secret identity. To my surprise, she didn't freak out. She said, "Then let's trap Mario ourselves." We came up with a plan. Melissa's boyfriend would disguise himself as Alan and lure Mario into revealing his motives. The next day, Mario approached, smug as ever. "So your robot boyfriend wants to fight me? Fine, let's meet." We staged the meeting in the school courtyard. As Mario confronted Alan, he started yelling, "You think you can fool me, you freak of nature? Let's see your wires." He grabbed his arm, and when Alan shouted in pain, the crowd gasped. Mario froze. "What?" "Not a robot, genius," Melissa yelled. The principal and police arrived just in time to arrest Mario and his brother for assault. But then the shocking twist. The boy who'd bled wasn't Melissa's boyfriend. It was the real Alan. "Alan? But you—" "I returned because I detected hacking attempts from Herman Robotics. I feared you were in danger." Even Melissa looked starstruck. "He's so polite and kinda heroic." Alan continued, "I simulated injury to maintain cover. The blood was synthetic. I didn't know whether to hug him or faint. Despite everything, he had risked himself to protect me." Afterward, I took Alan back to my grandparents. They were amazed. "He made independent choices," Grandpa said. "He felt." Alan looked at me. "Would you like me to erase that part of my programming?" Before I could answer, Grandma stopped him. "Absolutely not. That's what makes you special. This is a scientific breakthrough." And just like that, Alan became part of the family again, now living in the lab as my grandparents' most treasured project. I still missed our summer adventures, but I finally understood what Grandma meant. Love isn't about creating perfection. It's about learning to care, forgive, and change, the way real humans do. So yeah, maybe my family built the perfect robot, but I was learning how to be a better human.